Hey everyone, with the English Ready to Race sales coming shortly, I thought I might provide a short video on some of the features I take into consideration when looking for a prospect at these sales. I see many people falling over themselves at these sales, focused solely with the times run by the horses. This would be a serious mistake. It's really important to understand that many horses are purposed to be sold here and are pushed very hard and early to run time. But as I'm going to showcase here, it's really important to be able to look a little deeper and to avoid getting caught into these traps. If you've got an acute eye, you can really separate yourself from most of the market and zone into some very valuable purchases. Here's a few examples and aspects which I hope can serve you well. This is an example of an A-type mover. Low and smooth, close to the ground, no wasted energy, no high knee action or paddle. This is the same horse, just in slow-mo. This horse you're viewing was purchased at the 2020 Ready to Race for $160k. His name? Forgot You. He's already won $681k to date, which includes the Group 2 Vars and Stud Stakes. Here's another example of an A-type mover. Low, smooth, no wasted energy. His looms move forward and back in straight lines. He's got a very long reach and stride as well. You might recognise him. This is Regal, the colt I purchased last year at the sales. By all indications, he's looking to be a very smart horse whom will be making his debut in a few weeks. I'll leave a link to his latest update below this video. Here's an example of a horse who paddles. Watch the near fore knee and the way it turns in. Paddling is when the knee or ankle joint does not go forward and back in a straight line. Look for a twisting motion in the front legs. This horse was purchased for $270,000 and has not returned $1 as yet. I'm now going to show you some examples of horses with introduced bad habits. These bad habits, if worked in, are very hard to train out and produce great inefficiencies in balance and action. The first example I'm going to talk about is cross-firing. When a horse gallops, if it's on the left lead leg, its right hind hits the ground first, then the diagonals, left hind and right fore together for stability, followed lastly by the left foreleg. Cross-firing means the horse is on opposite leads, front legs on one lead, hind legs on the other. Many green, inexperienced horses charge and crossfire, which leads to great inefficiencies and poor outcomes in racings. Here's a horse with a perfect action, for example, one of the nicest actions I've seen, deep field. Here is a horse that crossfires. His name is Swazier's Choice. He's now a 5-year-old and has returned $27,000 in prize money. Here's an interesting comparison, and I let you be the judge. The one on the outside is charging and crossfiring and changing lead legs. His name is Otello. He was bought for $160,000 and so far has won $119,000 in 29 starts. The other on the inside, with a good action, got up to $50,000 in bids and then was passed in. His name is Gorgeous Vitality and he's made $400,000 after 12 starts. Here is a horse with a high knee action, lot 162. High knee action is an example of inefficiency of motion. If you bring it up, you have to bring it down. He also has a fair amount of curl, meaning his front feet come too close to his belly when flexed. Curl is another example of inefficiency in motion. Lastly, here's a horse with a short stride. Long stride and high cadence equals speed and efficiency. I have some very powerful software at my disposal which analyzes horses in motion to identify cadence and stride length. This horse has a short stride, almost 2 foot below average. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just a small subset of some of the aspects and features we look at when seeing a horse in motion. Having a good eye and being able to consider just a few of these aspects could save you a lot of money and put you a long way forward towards securing a nice horse. Thanks for your time.